Now on CoastTV News.
We're seeing a quiet start to the week weather-wise with cool temperatures and some clouds floating through Delmarva this morning. We're looking at up and down temperatures all week with maybe some late week rain chances. I'll have the details coming up.
Millsboro marijuana action. What is expected tonight as the town moves one step closer to putting a ban on recreational marijuana?
Beach Patrol building plans after some issues with its report. Rehoboth Beach's Planning Commission approves ready to move forward for construction of their new facility.
Dancing around, just good throw in the end zone. His catch is made by Lamb, but he shorts. The Eagles will win it.
And the game of the year so far in the NFL, it lived up to the hype as the Eagles get their 8th win of the season.
This is CoastTV News Today.
It is Monday, November 6, 2023. Good morning. I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning. I'm Paige Marley. Thanks for being up with us during our 6 o'clock hour.
And Paige, we're here on this Monday morning. Welcome back. And you know, with the weather situation, I know you're into Christmas and all that. It doesn't feel quite like Christmas, but I know you've been cranking out your music and everything.
Oh, yeah. I don't need a white Christmas, just that Christmas.
Yeah.
So I'm fine with it. Yeah, I'm fine with these. I joked earlier I brought the Mexico weather back with me. Imagine like palm trees with Christmas lights.
Yes.
You can get behind that, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's bring in First Alert meteorologist Bob Trahy. He joins us now. Bob, what are you thinking? A palm tree Christmas? Could be cool.
Ooh, I don't know. You want my Christmas forecast already?
Yes.
Yeah. Chillier than normal and maybe a white Christmas somewhere in the mid-Atlantic region.
Okay.
We'll see. Stay tuned. We're looking at temperatures in the 40s and 50s out the door this morning. 48 in Delmar, 49 Georgetown, 50 in Selbyville, Indian River Inlet at 53. So don't need the ice scraper this morning. Seeing a frost, temperatures well above freezing. We're actually seeing a bit of a northeast breeze, and that will keep us a little cooler today than this past weekend when we had highs in the 70s. We are seeing some high clouds building through, but that's about it. You can see those stretching from Jersey back through Delmarva. Behind this, we have some clearing skies. So we'll be in and out of the sun and clouds today with high pressure building in, and those temperatures warm from the 40s and 50s early into the mid to upper 50s by 9. Some places close to 60. I think everybody's pretty much in the 60s as we go into the noon hour. 60 Dewey Beach, 64 Millsboro, the same for Seaford and Salisbury. Looking at maybe upper 60s later on this afternoon. Maybe a little bit of high clouds building in as we go into the afternoon hours, but all in all, still pretty comfortable. Here's your drive cast, looking great out the door. Only need to warm up the car a little bit before you take off. Dry and chilly, green light, 40s and 50s. And then heading home, dry and mild with temperatures into the 60s.
All right, Bob, thank you so much. New this morning, multiple agencies responded to a water rescue yesterday afternoon on the Broadkill. According to the Milton Fire Department, a call came in around 2 p.m. And as you can see on your screen, the Milton Fire Department, it happened near Cave Neck Road and Village Center Boulevard. The Lewis Fire Department and the Memorial Volunteer Fire Company out of Slaughter Beach, they also responded for additional support.
Moving to Georgetown, where last night a two-car crash happened on Route 113 in Black Oak Road. The alert for this came in around 6:30 p.m. Several people were taken to an area hospital. Police have not released any update on their condition or what caused this crash. Again, it was Sunday night in Georgetown. Well, happening today, the start of a 6-month closure of Plantation Road in Lewis. This is at the connector to the second Lowe's entrance. What it means is, well, the 5 Points project is moving along. Detours to reach the other end of Plantation Road, Route 9 and Route 1 will take drivers on more local roadways. DelDOT says this closure will allow for the finishing touches to the roundabout. It's a key part of that 5 Points project.
And also happening today, Millsboro Town Council reaching the next steps with its proposed ban on marijuana sales in town limits. The council will hear the ordinance and possibly vote on the ban at its upcoming meeting. That's today at 7 p.m. Rehoboth Beach and Bethany Beach, they have passed similar ordinances banning marijuana businesses like retail stores and manufacturing facilities earlier this summer.
We have an update on the story that we have been covering. We're talking about the future of the library on Rehoboth Avenue in Rehoboth Beach. Library already announced plans to downsize that location as it builds a large facility off of Warrington Road. And today, city commissioners, they will hear a request to modify deed restrictions for the Rehoboth Rehoboth Avenue parcel. That is to reconfigure the inside space.
Also in Rehoboth Beach, headway on a headache of a project. We're talking about the proposed new Beach Patrol and Comfort Station on Baltimore Avenue. After debate on Thursday regarding the vacation of part of Baltimore Avenue to build the new facility, the Planning Commission made numerous suggestions for more clarification in their plan. The new station requires about 40 to 50 feet of Baltimore Avenue to be built. Commissioners could discuss the Planning Commission report later this morning.
Going to go to the NFL, and the Eagles are flying high this Monday morning after beating their arch rival Dallas. Jalen Hurts threw 2 touchdown passes, and then the Eagles survived a late Cowboys drive deep into their territory. The Birds head into the bye week with an 8-1 record, and while more on this game and other NFL action later on CoastTV News Today.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Madeline Overturf. I hope you had a great weekend. Here's a look at just some of the things happening across Delmarva. Milford students, enjoy your day off. Today, there is no school due to staff development, and Indian River students get the same on Thursday. In Worcester County, plans for delays Thursday on Route 366. MDOT says crews will work weekdays 8 to 5 for a paving project. Good news for the Eastern Shore seafood industry. The Department of Homeland Security planning to make an additional 64,000 H-2B visas available. That would nearly double the amount of H-2B workers currently allowed each fiscal year. Be sure to join us tonight on Coast TV News at 5 and 6 for a look at the future of the Millsboro Police Department. For Coast TV News, I'm Madeline Overturf.
All right, maybe you got a little glance of him. President Biden has been here along the coast this weekend. He was spending time at his Rehoboth Beach home. He went to church at St. Edmunds on Saturday, and despite the quiet weekend, you may have noticed a little ruckus as a civilian aircraft violated temporary flight restrictions Saturday morning. A Coast Guard helicopter was dispatched, and their aircraft was then escorted away.
And next for President Biden, just about 5 hours from now, Biden will board the Marine One helicopter at Gordon's Pond landing site. This is for a quick flight to Dover Air Force Base. From there, he will take Air Force One on another quick flight to the Dover Air National Guard Base in Newcastle. While in northern Delaware, he will attempt to make the case for pumping money into passenger rail service. Biden's scheduled to return to the White House today at 3:20 p.m. We're going to take you live now to the Israel-Gaza border. See some smoke there, more in the right center of your screen. There's 7 hours ahead of us, what we're looking at here. So right now, over there, it is 1 p.m. This as Israel continues its response to the brutal attack on October 7th by that terrorist organization, Hamas. Included beheadings of Israeli civilians and the kidnapping of others. Yeah, well, some Arab leaders, they're calling for a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas. The United States is calling that action a humanitarian pause to allow aid to enter ravaged areas. John Lawrence shows us the current violent situation overseas and how leaders across the world are responding.
The Israeli attacks on Gaza have claimed more than 9,700 lives over the past few weeks, according to the Palestinian Ministry of Health.
We turned on the torch, and my siblings were alive, but I did not find my father. I finally found him next to me. I moved him. I moved his hands. I moved his face. He did not respond.
The war between Israel and Hamas started last month after a Hamas attack killed around 1,400 Israelis.
Hamas needs to be eliminated. Hamas, working with Iran, has been plotting and planning for months, if not over a year, to invade Israel, and Israel has a right to defend themselves.
On Sunday, the Israeli military said its soldiers have made it to locations along the Gaza coast in line with the expansion of its ground operations.
We're working very hard to make sure that the conflict in Gaza does not escalate, does not spread to other places.
During a whirlwind diplomacy trip in the Mideast, Secretary of State Antony Blinken made an unannounced visit to Iraq Sunday where he refused to support a ceasefire, instead opting for a, quote, humanitarian pause, even though calls for a truce are increasing.
Some who are against a ceasefire argue that it will help Hamas. However, I feel that in that argument they are inherently dismissing the death, in fact, even endorsing and justifying the death of thousands of civilians.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
And the U.S. military announced a ballistic missile submarine has arrived in the Mideast in what is a message of deterrence towards regional adversaries.
All right, we still have plenty more news to get to this morning on Coast TV News Today.
That page coming up. One marching band competed at a national championship recently. The plans they have this morning to celebrate the achievement.
Looking forward to that. Also, the debate over a proposed development in Oak Orchard continues. What the Planning and Zoning Commission could decide later this week.
And Ticketmaster reports record-breaking sales. Why the report has mixed messages regarding the company's current legal battle. All that and more when Coast TV News Today continues.
Farmers are superheroes, true conservationists. We are using soil health practices to help fight climate change. Soil health farmers are working today to protect tomorrow, using regenerative agriculture and climate-smart practices like no-till and cover crops to improve soil health. Healthy soils sequester carbon, improve water quality, and produce sustainable, nutrient-rich food. Soil health farmers are working today to keep Delmarva a beautiful place for generations to come.
Elevate your business and engage more customers with Draper Media. Our diverse network of media properties such as WBOC, Coast TV, 93.5 The Beach, and 102.5 WBOC reaches over 500,000 Delmarva residents across various channels like television, radio, social media, and digital platforms. Enhance your brand's visibility across the Delmarva region with Draper Media. Our passionate team of media specialists and content creators are dedicated to showcasing your brand through engaging commercials, dynamic drone footage, eye-catching graphic and web design, and social media branding. Share your brand story on our popular programs, capturing the attention of your target audience. Trust your brand with Draper Media, a family-oriented company serving the Delmarva community. Contact Frank Hamilton today at fhamilton@wboc.com to get started.
For a great shopping experience, Furniture Gallery is the place to pick up one-of-a-kind signature finds to complete your home decor. Come explore our selection of handcrafted furniture and get all the supplies you need for your own DIY projects. And through the doors is Shore Marketplace, where you'll find the most unique local shops at the beach. With over 40 local artisans, Shore Marketplace is truly a local connection you cannot afford to miss. And next door you'll find Scrub Apparel outlets. All this under one roof with easy access off Coastal Highway North.
6:10 on our Monday morning, and so nice to see some daylight out there for a change during the 6 o'clock hour. Sun's up now at 6:33. See a few clouds on the horizon. Otherwise, a mix of some stars and clouds, and temperatures in the 40s and 50s. 47 Seaford, Greenwood 44. Chilly for you, but it gets milder as you get towards the coast with temperatures in the 50s there. There is a northeast breeze, so that will keep us a little cooler today. So instead of 70s, we're looking at 60s, and we have some of those clouds floating through. But all in all, we're looking at a pretty good looking day. And if you're headed out on the boardwalk, make sure you bundle up. Not too bad. Light winds from the northeast, Bethany Beach, and warming through the 50s to lower 60s later this morning as the winds shift to the east with a mix of sun and clouds.
All right, we got a traffic update in the Salisbury area. Traffic patterns could be disrupted in 4 different areas due to street milling and paving projects taking place. According to the mayor's office, the following roads will be worked on from today until November 20th. Moss Hill Lane from Middle Neck Drive to Birmingham Street, Isabella Street from Division Street to Route 13, Middle Neck Drive from Hammond to Deborah Drive, and also Mill Street from Isabella to Route 50. The mayor's office says drivers should expect delays from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Medical emergency over the weekend in the Potnetz Lakeside area. This required an airlift, and we have some of the pictures from this to show you. This is from the incident on Saturday night. The Indian River Volunteer Fire Company was called to assist the Middle Sussex Rescue Squad and to establish a landing zone for the helicopter. The patient was transported from that landing zone to a medical facility for further care, and we are still awaiting an update on the condition.
Well, Live Nation, it's the parent company of Ticketmaster. It says it's on pace for record-breaking earnings in 2023. And of course, it's no surprise. Taylor Swift and Beyonce, they are taking the lead in those ticket sales. Live Nation reports it has its strongest quarterly results to date with a record 140 million ticket sales so far this year. Meanwhile, the Wall Street Journal reports the Justice Department still investigating Live Nation for allegedly using anti-competitive practices to book venues and top talent and oversee ticket sales. You can sock away even more money now into a 401k or an IRA. The IRS announced it's raising the 401k contribution limit to $23,000. That is $500 more than the current limit. Those same limits also apply to 403B plans and most 457 plans, the federal government's thrift savings plan. Still to come this morning, we have some controversy over the proposed Stillwater Harbor development. Could see an end this week. We have details of the appeal filed by its developers.
And we're seeing brightening skies right now. Tidal Health Cam and Seaford, good visibility, just a mix of blue skies and clouds with up and down temperatures as we go through the week. A chance of rain Friday, possibly lingering into the weekend. I'll have the details on that in your forecast after the break.
Shift gears for success with the DSN Scholar Athlete Award, brought to you by your Salisbury Honda dealer.
Each month we'll award a $1,000 scholarship to a Delmarva High School senior who excels in sports and in the classroom.
It's tapped home. Oh, what a hit!
They must have at least a B average or higher and a drive for good sportsmanship.
Nominate your champion today on the Features tab on DelmarvaSportsNetwork.com.
The DSN Scholar Athlete, driven by your Salisbury Honda dealer.
Join Halo and Coast Country as we ring in the Christmas season with the Collingsworth family's A True Family Christmas on Thursday, November 30th at the Wicomico Youth and Civic Center. Feel the Christmas cheer as they sing family favorites along with timeless classics. Help Halo celebrate 16 years of providing service to the homeless in our community. All ticket proceeds go directly to Halo. To purchase tickets, visit haloministry.org.
20 years ago, I escaped from you.
And then you, dear Gabrielle, kidnapped me.
The ones like me that no one else seems to be looking for. My team finds them, and now you're going to help.
What would happen if I screamed?
Gabby, what's in the basement?
Gabrielle! Gabrielle!
Found, Tuesday on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Your dirty vents may be telling you something. Pounds of dirt, dust, and contaminants are trapped in your air ducts. That's why you need a professional air duct cleaning from Stanley Steamer. We've been cleaning air ducts the right way for over 25 years. Our NADCA certified technicians and powerful equipment clean your entire system, extracting the dirt into our trucks, removing it from your home completely. For better indoor air quality and improved HVAC efficiency,
call 1-800-STEAMER. Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
It is now 6:15 on your Monday. Hey, look at that. That is live. I'm not lying. We haven't seen a sight like that at 6:15 in a while. Of course, I'm talking about the sun coming up because, I mean, we can see now. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you know, we've been checking our live cams during the break. So I go, hey, we can see stuff. Yeah, first time in a while, we're getting some of this light in these shots. It's all thanks to moving the clocks back, which happened right after midnight on going into Sunday morning. So now that we have that extra hour, we had that extra hour of sleep, but the sacrifice is, Bob, we were talking about this during the break. It's getting darker earlier in the day.
Yes, yeah. We get the extra hour in the morning, but in the evening, the sun's going down now at 4:55, so it's pretty much pitch black by a little bit after 5. So good for us, the folks that go to bed early. Definitely getting dark early now as the days continue to get shorter. Make sure you scan the QR code right there. That will get you to the CoastTV weather app. Lots of great weather information on there. And we have a roller coaster ride the next several days. Average high now is 62. Now, the high today will be 64. Then we go up to 74 on Tuesday, and then back to 63 on Wednesday, and then up to 75 on Thursday. So kind of a roller coaster ride here, and then back to 58 on Friday. So up and down as we go through the next several days. And of course, we had the frost, the hard freeze last week, and we are in the clear as far as that goes the next several days. In fact, look at this. All the way through Saturday, no worries. You can leave the plants outside. But then we get to Sunday, and there's a possibility of a frost then. And then again Monday as it gets much colder end of the weekend into early next week. Our temperatures out the door this morning, 48 in Del Mar, Millsboro 49, 50 in Selbyville, Bethany Beach at 53, Rehoboth at 52. And our winds are coming in out of the northeast right now at around 5 to 15 miles per hour. So it is a little cooler today than it was yesterday with this wind direction. Here's the clouds and radar. We have mid to high level clouds coming through right now. And behind this, we've got more in the way of clear skies back through D.C. and into Philadelphia. So we'll be in and out of the clouds as we go through the day, as we have high pressure in place right now. So all in all, we're looking at a pretty quiet weather pattern as we have high pressure extending back into the Ohio Valley. Here's Futurecast warming us through the 40s into the 50s mid-morning, 57 Georgetown, same for Rehoboth. Then pretty much everybody's in the low to mid 60s by noon. I think we top out in the mid 60s, but we'll see more of those clouds coming through as we go through the evening. We've got a warm front lifting in, so that's going to get our winds out of the south and warm us up a little bit into Tuesday morning with 50s. And then look at this, by noon tomorrow, already in the low 70s away from the coast, cooler there. I think we're looking at mid 70s as we go into tomorrow afternoon. And then we'll see another cold front come through tomorrow evening with a band of clouds, and then our winds shift to the northwest. And we'll see temperatures falling through the 50s at that time. So the winds kind of all over the place as we go through the next several days. They're out of the east and then southeast and then south as we go into tonight, and that will keep us a little warmer as we go into Tuesday with that southwesterly breeze, which will gust over 20 miles per hour at times Tuesday morning into the afternoon as we see the milder conditions. Then here comes the next cold front sweeping in tomorrow night, shifting our winds to the north and then to the north and east. Now, we do have a chance of some rain late in the week. The models are really having a hard time resolving this, but a chance of some showers later Thursday. But right now, looking cloudy and colder on Friday. Just plan for a little bit of rain Friday into Saturday, maybe more intense rain off to our south Saturday afternoon and then Saturday evening. So we'll be watching this for sure. Right now, it looks like Friday and Saturday are the target days for that rain. Your Paul Davis 7-day forecast up and down with the temperatures. 64 today, 74 Tuesday. We keep it dry through Thursday, 63 Wednesday for a high, up to 75 Thursday, then much colder with rain showers Friday into Saturday, upper 50s, 35 by Sunday morning, then sunshine Sunday and a high of 55.
All right, thanks, Bob. Both in Delaware and Maryland, we got a reminder here to check the batteries in your smoke detectors, test them to make sure that they're working. In Delaware, the state fire marshal says they had 11 fire deaths this year. 8 of those who died did not have working smoke detectors in their homes.
This Tuesday, Sussex County Council may make its decision regarding the appeal to a controversial proposed development in Oak Orchard. The 57-acre, 120-home development was originally denied by the Sussex County Planning Commission back in June. But the developer's attorney appealed to the council 2 weeks ago, saying the project will actually contain flooding in the area and it will help address the high demand for housing in Sussex County. Though people who live in Oak Orchard, they're still a little worried about the safety hazard to the project.
Well, the more people, the harder it is, and you need to have a way to get out. And where that development is, it becomes an island pretty fast, but there's no way in or out. Off of River Road, it kind of floods it between that development. It kind of floods and isolates that area, so that's a risk there.
County Council heard that appeal on October 24th, and then this Tuesday they could make their decision. That's according to the council agenda.
Well, after the break, one marching band earned the best score of the year at a national championship. How they plan to honor those students who worked so hard to accomplish this. Don't go anywhere on CoastTV News today.
Welcome to the Brush Factory. Explore our over 60 local merchants and artists all together under one roof. You just never know what you'll find at the Brush Factory on Kings. As we celebrate our 7th year in Lewis, our family would like to thank the entire community for all your support.
We could not have done it without you. Rekindle your romance with Draper Media Radio. Solve the password to the Poconos and you could win a weekend getaway for two. Get all the rules and details at these stations' websites and be sure to tune in to any of these Draper Media radio stations to win.
Delmarva's Classic Rock, Big 107.7.
Doctors, lawyers, teachers, bus drivers, cashiers, librarians, the helpful smile of a helper, a caretaker, a healer, a giver can also hide the deepest suffering. Domestic violence impacts everyone, even our everyday heroes. What is Your Voice is here to help. Call our helpline at 302-467-3310 or visit whatisyourvoice.org.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show, inspiring stories.
I can do it!
That's right! The biggest stars.
I love Jennifer! Monday at 2 on CoastTV.
Break out the tubas and the trombones. The Parkside High School Marching Band earned some hard-fought accolades over the weekend at the U.S. Band's 3A National Championship in Pennsylvania. Parkside earned their best score of the year in 95.4. They also won the best overall effect and visual in their group, beating out 14 other schools. Very impressive. So to celebrate, the band will be parading through the hallways of their school today at 10:45.
All right, congratulations to them. Now, as Bob told us last week, we knew Saturday was going to be a spectacular day. It didn't disappoint. I went to the Penn State-Maryland game with my sons. Good time had by all, and I even got to see one of Paige's good buddies, the Turtle. Must admit, he's a great mascot and a good sport because, as Paige knows, Penn State won.
And a good sport for taking a photo with you. See, you know. But yes, I was lucky enough to. I didn't get to see the turtle, but I got to see Shippo the hippo. Yep, that's a new mascot there at Shippensburg. And of course, Big Red. We had a great weekend for football. So I'm going to thank Bob Trihey for that great weather at Shippensburg homecoming. Even though the Terps lost, my alma mater lost. Doesn't matter when you're tailgating and having fun, right?
It just seems when we're talking good weather, Bob comes to mind. So let's bring back First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey. But it does look like we're going to dial back those temperatures we had over the weekend just a little bit.
Yeah, we are. And Paige, thanks for giving me credit for weather outside of our market, right?
That's right.
Shippensburg?
Yes, Shippensburg, Pennsylvania. You're just good all the time, Bob. Everywhere.
Why, thank you so much.
Of course.
Oh, that's so nice of you. Weather-wise, we are looking at cooler conditions for sure, guys, at the beaches, and you'll need that jacket for sure. Here's Chincoteague and Assateague. We're beginning in the 50s this morning, and then we're into the 60s by noon, and this isn't a typo. We're going to be seeing stars by 5 because the sun goes down to 4:55. So we're looking at 60s as we go into the afternoon and evening hours, waves around 1 to 3 feet, and the UV index is moderate, so keep that sunscreen handy. Here's Ocean City. You're beginning in the 50s this morning, 62 at noon, 59 with the sun going down. And Fenwick Island also in pretty good shape with mid-50s early. And then I think you're in the low to mid-60s and then falling through the 50s as we go through this evening. And then as we go through the week, we're looking at those up and down temperatures and maybe some late week rain. I'll have more in your forecast coming up in a couple minutes.
All right, Bob, thank you. Also after the break on Coast TV News Today, Donald Trump set to testify in his fraud trial in New York today, what the Attorney General's office in that state is alleging.
And also, after reaching an agreement with UAW workers, Ford announced layoffs. The president of the local union says the layoffs are not a surprise.
And proposed marijuana ban in Millsboro when a decision on the drug will be made. Coast TV News Today will be right back.
There are many signs that can indicate your loved ones are struggling to take care of themselves. Poor hygiene, a messy house, unexplained weight loss, the list goes on. In-home care is a delicate subject, but can greatly improve their quality of life. Express your concerns without accusing. Involve them in decisions and enlist the help of others.
Homewell Care Services provides quality in-home care 24/7 or short-term care when you need it most. To learn more about Homewell Care Services, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
No strangers here, just friends you've not met yet. With an outside patio and inside charm, Irish Eyes Pub and Restaurant Milton is a local's favorite on the banks of the Broadkill River. Irish Eyes Pub and Restaurant Lewis, gorgeous views, free parking, and the best happy hour at the beach with room for everyone. And for a truly special event, go no further than the Lewis Room at Irish Eyes. The panoramic views, in-house chef, and professional team will make it easy to plan your next event. Find out more at irisheyespub.com.
Elevate your business and engage more customers with Draper Media. Our diverse network of media properties such as WBOC, CoastTV, 93.5 The Beach, and 102.5 WBOC reaches over 500,000 Delmarva residents across various channels like television, radio, social media, and digital platforms. Enhance your brand's visibility across the Delmarva region with Draper Media. Our passionate team of media specialists and content creators are dedicated to showcasing your brand through engaging commercials, dynamic drone footage, eye-catching graphic and web design, and social media branding. Share your brand story on our popular programs, capturing the attention of your target audience. Trust your brand with Draper Media, a family-oriented company serving the Delmarva community. Contact Frank Hamilton today at fhamilton@wboc.com to get started.
This is Coast TV News Today.
November 6, 2023. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Paige.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I'm Paige Marley.
6:28 a.m. as we make our way on this Monday morning. Good to have Paige back. We missed you all last week.
Thank you. Missed you guys, too. Happy to be back. I don't miss Mexico at all.
Oh, okay.
Just kidding. Mexico beaches are great.
You missed Bob and I, though, right?
Of course I did.
Immensely.
And the Delmarva beaches are my home. They're my favorite. So happy to be back. I do mean that. Let's bring in First Alert meteorologist Bob Trahi, though. Bob, I did miss you.
Oh, Paige, I missed you as well. Thanks for bringing back the Mexican warmth and hopefully not Montezuma's revenge. Yeah. But, yeah, we are looking at the sun coming up here in a few minutes, and we're looking at nice conditions out there, relatively speaking. No frost or freeze. Looking at 40s and 50s right now. 53 Indian River Inlet. 49 Georgetown and Millsboro the same. Cooler farther west. Seaford 46, Greenwood 44. And we do have a northeast breeze, and that will tend to keep our temperatures down a little bit from where they were this past weekend. They were gorgeous in the 70s. I think we'll only see 60s today. We've got some clouds moving through Delmarva, the Jersey area right now. We'll be in and out of these high clouds, I think, throughout the day. So here's Futurecast through this morning, warming through the 50s, and then eventually by noon we're in the 60s, mid-60s inland, a little cooler along the beaches, and then we could see another band of those high clouds moving in mid-afternoon. We have temperatures in the mid-60s and a little cooler at the beaches, and then as we go into this evening, temperatures in the 50s. So all in all, pretty nice as a wind shift to the south and east. Here is today's checklist. Don't need the umbrella or rain gear. Need the heavier jacket this morning, and then you can segue to a lighter jacket by the afternoon. Don't need the hat and gloves, at least. I don't think temperatures in the 40s and 50s warrant that. Ice scraper, don't need it today or this week, and I would definitely have the sunglasses on hand as we will see some sunshine on your Monday.
All right, thanks, Bob. Now, happening today in Millsboro, Town Council there going to take the next step with its proposed ban on marijuana sales in town limits. The council will hear the ordinance. They could possibly vote on the ban at the meeting tonight. Rehoboth Beach and Bethany Beach, they passed similar ordinances banning marijuana businesses like retail stores and manufacturing facilities this summer.
In Fenwick Island, the town is asking for comments on potential wind farms. The Bureau of Energy Management is accepting feedback for 2 more weeks. Fenwick and Ocean City have been vocally against the proposed skipjack wind farm off the Delmarva coast. Developer Orsted recently scrapped plans in New Jersey, but they do plan on moving forward on Delmarva.
Going to stay in Fenwick Island for this next story. The town there, they say they're going to go to the dark side. This week, a Dark Skies presentation will be delivered. Now, Dark Skies initiatives help eliminate light pollution through specific bulbs and policies. Rehoboth Beach has been trying to come up with a Dark Skies plan for years, and Fenwick's presentation, that is happening today, just a few hours from now, at 10 a.m.
And the town of Milton, they are planning for sea level rise. A report which will be delivered to town council examines flooding due to sea level rise in the town. 1 point indicates between 10 and 25% of Milton's historic parcels may be or already experiencing some impacts due to sea level rise. The updated study also includes an analysis of the Broadkill River and its tributaries. Long-term infrastructure and data plans are suggested to town council, who will thoroughly hear that report Monday night.
And it's going to stay in Milton. Got development news there. Several agencies responded to a water rescue Sunday afternoon on the Broadkill River. This is according to the Milton Fire Department. A call came in around 2 p.m. Now, as you can see on your screen, the department says this happened near Cave Neck Road and Village Center Boulevard. Lewis Fire Department and the Memorial Volunteer Fire Company out of Slaughter Beach, they also responded for additional support. Moving on, Donald Trump set to testify today in his New York fraud trial. Trump's highly anticipated testimony follows that of his eldest sons, Trump Organization executives Eric and Donald Trump Jr. The Democrat Attorney General there alleges that Trump's children inflated their company's assets to get more favorable loans and insurance policies. His eldest daughter, Ivanka, set to testify on Wednesday. Trump and his sons deny any wrongdoing.
Ford is planning to temporarily lay off more than 1,500 workers at its Louisville assembly plant. United Auto Workers Local 862 President Todd Dunn said that these layoffs come as a residual effect of the recent 40-day strike, resulting in pipeline issues with their suppliers. While the Louisville assembly plant never joined the strike, 8,700 UAW members of the Kentucky truck plant in Louisville, they walked out on October 11th. A tentative agreement was reached between Ford and the UAW October 25th, though the layoffs are only expected to last a few weeks.
The Supreme Court agreed to hear an appeal from the National Rifle Association. The NRA claims the former head of New York's Department of Financial Services, Maria Vullo, tried to persuade banks and insurance companies to sever ties with the group. This is after the Parkland, Florida shooting in 2018. The agency did issue guidance to insurance companies and banks to review their relationships with the NRA. A lower court agreed that Vullo has qualified immunity from such claims.
The times of getting a paper statement from Citibank may soon be over for customers. Some customers have said they received a warning from the company saying they will lose access to their online accounts if they don't go paperless. A Citigroup representative said it's part of a beta program and was rolled out to a small number of customers. It comes as more banks and credit card companies have been pushing their customers to go paperless, which is both good for the environment and it can be a cost-saving measure.
Still more to get to in this final half hour. Don't go anywhere.
Still ahead, new canine units coming to Dewey Beach when officers say those patrol pals will be ready to protect. And traffic detours in Lewis. Work on the 5 Points project is moving forward. How you can avoid the headache during your daily commute.
And we're going to look at the Eagles' big home win against their rivals, the Dallas Cowboys. Those highlights coming up. Stay with us on Coast TV News today.
At Atlantic General Hospital, we've been busy. Busy expanding healthcare services that are second to none in our region. From cancer care and women's health services to orthopedics, gastroenterology, and more, we provide advanced health technologies delivered by top providers. Expert care every day. It's what you can count on from Atlantic General Hospital.
Get in gear with Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3.
It's Free Truck Fridays, your ticket to a new 2023 Ford Ranger thanks to Pohanka Ford of Salisbury. Stay tuned to Big D and Bubba all week as they reveal the Free Truck Friday song.
Then listen to April and me to play the song. Be caller 10 and you might be parking a new 2023 Ford Ranger in your driveway.
Drive over to coastcountry.com for all the details.
Coast Country's Free Truck Fridays with Pohanka Ford of Salisbury,
where your drive to work
could upgrade your ride home.
Weather shapes our lives. At Coast TV, our First Alert weather team is always at work, ensuring you have the information you need.
So we're looking forward to begin to make its way towards Fenwick Island pretty quickly here.
Because we know how much weather matters to our coastal community.
Make sure you take cover from these storms.
In sunshine or storms, our promise is to guide, inform, and protect.
Make sure you are remaining weather aware tomorrow.
Weather coverage that prioritizes you. Coast TV and the First Alert weather team. Your safety, our commitment.
So, why do people open up differently here?
You are too much, Tamron Hall.
Reveal things they've never told before.
Ooh, Tamron. I don't think I've ever said this out loud.
Do things they've never done before.
Let me take these teeth out.
So keep your light shining. Because it's how she makes you feel.
Happiness, joy.
It's how you make her feel. There's only one Tamron Hall.
Monday at 3 on Coast TV.
6:37 on our Monday morning, and check this out. Look at this gorgeous sunrise. We haven't seen a sunrise like this for a couple of months on the morning show, and a beautiful sight on our Boardwalk Plaza camera right now. Just gorgeous conditions. 52 in Rehoboth with a light northeast wind, and we're looking at a good-looking day with a mix of sun and clouds. It is chilly out the door. Make sure you grab the jacket. 40s inland areas, 46 Seaford, 49 Millsboro and Milton, but we've got 50s along the coast right now. And we've got a northeast breeze, making it feel a little cooler. We had the 70s over the weekend. I don't think we're looking at that today. Probably 60s as we continue to watch these clouds floating through, but that's it. That's really the only weather of consequence. We've got some clouds off to the north. Otherwise, it's high pressure, so beautiful weather to do those outdoor chores like washing your car, something I need to do. And we're looking at good condition to do that today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. And add the wax and shine up the tires. Conditions are looking great to shine up the car.
All right, Bob, thank you. Okay, I experienced this morning. You probably will too. A 6-month closure of Plantation Road in Lewis is beginning today. The long-awaited and dreaded closure from this connector to the second Lowe's entrance. It means the 5 Points project is moving right along. Detours to reach the other end of Plantation Road, Route 9 and Route 1 will take drivers on more local roadways. DelDOT says this closure will allow for the finishing touches to the roundabout. MDOT announced a paving project that starts on Thursday, November 9th on Route 366 in Worcester County. MDOT says crews will work weekdays 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. and drivers should expect single-lane closures throughout the duration of this project.
Well, Week 9 in the NFL, and the marquee game of the day taking place at the Field in Philadelphia. The Eagles, with a league-best 7 wins, were at home with their arch-nemesis, the Cowboys, who, entering this one with a 5-2 record, they've been keeping pace with the Birds in the NFC East. Before the game, Jalen Hurts looking to get his team going offensively, and the Birds do start strong. First quarter, Kenneth Gainwell heads outside. He's in for the touchdown, and the Eagles open with a 7-0 lead. Cowboys answer. Dak Prescott off the play action, dumps it for Jake Ferguson. We're tied at 7, trailing 17-14 in the third. Hurts loads it up. There is A.J. Brown. Birds back in front, 21-17. Last chance for the Cowboys. Prescott completes it to C.D. Lamb. Short on the first down marker. That was 4th down. The Eagles hold a thriller in Philly. The Eagles, they did make things interesting at the end. A little bit nervous perhaps, but they hang on for the win. And they head into the bye week with an 8-1 record. Now, earlier in the day in Baltimore, the AFC North leading Ravens taking on the Seahawks. This was a scoreless game in the second quarter. The Gus bus. Gus Edwards punches it in from 4 yards out. Edwards scored 2 in that quarter as the Ravens rout Seattle and improve to 7-2. All right, Washington also won. They had a good win at New England. They moved their record to 4-5. So it is time now for our Coast TV poll. A good day of football for fans on Delmarva with all 3 regional teams winning. We want to know which win you think was the most impressive. So let's take a look at the results from our last hour. Still the Ravens. Their fans, or just people in general, think the Ravens win over Seattle was the most impressive. And then the Commanders getting some love at 31%. The Eagles vote actually went down. I don't know. I could have sworn I heard our producer, Alyssa, singing Fly, Eagles, Fly at some point during this morning. Remember, you can vote on the CoastTVnews.com or our mobile app, and we'll update the results later on. All right, let's move to NASCAR as seen on Coast TV. Ryan Blaney wins the 2023 NASCAR Cup title. He finished second yesterday in the race at Phoenix, but that was the tops among the 4 drivers who began Sunday eligible for the crown. First championship in Blaney's career. He had it when it counted most. 2 wins and 2 second-place finishes in the season's final 6 races.
All right, for some entertainment news now, we have a holiday-themed podcast, a high-flying action flick, and, of course, the latest Taylor Swift update. Here's David Daniel with the Hollywood Minute.
Cherry lips, crystal skies, I could show you incredible things.
Taylor Swift has outdone herself yet again. 1989 Taylor's version tops the Billboard 200 with her best first-week tally for an album ever. Billboard says it's the biggest first week for any album since another disc named for a number, Adele's 25, nearly 8 years ago.
$500 million in gold is on its way to a terrorist cell.
And the gold needs to disappear.
What's your plan? We got to steal it mid-flight, 40,000 feet in the air.
We're taking the plane, the whole plane?
It's kind of hard to take half a plane.
Kevin Hart's Cyrus Whitaker leads a criminal crew forced by an Interpol agent played by Gugu Mbatha-Raw to pull off a mid-air heist in Lift. Netflix just released the first trailer for the action thriller, which lands on the streaming service January 12th.
I am now court-ordered to host my very own late-night talk show.
Deck the halls and brace for 'Tis the Grinch holiday talk show. Saturday Night Live's James Austin Johnson channels Dr. Seuss's green, grumpy Christmas curmudgeon for the Wondery podcast, which debuts today. Hanging with the Who's down in Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Hollywood, I love that. Oh, okay. All right, well, there may be an end in sight for the SAG-AFTRA strike. I know we've said it, but we maybe mean it this time. According to Variety and The Hollywood Reporter, the major studios delivered a new offer to the Actors Union on Friday. Terms of the offer, they were not disclosed. One of the major sticking points has been the use of artificial intelligence. The pressure to reach a deal is mounting on both sides. The studios are trying to resume production so they don't have to cancel any upcoming movies and TV shows. Thousands of actors, meanwhile, they are in need, of course, of a paycheck.
Hey there, Delmarva. Here's what's coming up today at 4 on Coast Life. We're sitting down with BB's Dr. Maneri to talk about bariatric surgery. We're keeping you laughing with another joke jar. And we're talking with the OC Art League about their upcoming anniversary and fundraising events. All that and more is headed your way Monday at 4 with Coast Life.
Got what it takes to be the ultimate survivor?
Go!
Then apply for the adventure of a lifetime. Join WBOC for a Survivor open casting call Friday, November 10th at Warwick Community College in Salisbury. Go to WBOC.com for details.
Never miss a game for your favorite local team. Take the DSN app with you wherever you go. Whether you're out to eat, camping with friends, or at home relaxing with your family, the DSN app notifies you when your team is on live so you can watch the game as it happens or watch videos on demand. Keep up with local sports all from one app. From your mobile device to Fire Stick, Roku, and Apple TV. Download the DSN app today. Driven by Preston Automotive Group.
Fill your week with Wheel.
Everyone is invited.
It's Sweethearts Week.
It's Teachers Week.
Teen Week.
Margaritaville.
Restock the margarita bar.
Monday at 7 on Coast TV.
When we hear that sound, the competition is on.
12,400. Whoa, he's betting everything. This is nerve-wracking.
Do you have what it takes for Jeopardy?
Monday at 7:30 on Coast TV.
Delmarva's Classic Rock. Big 107.7.
WRDE weather brought to you by Window World of Delmarva. Simply the best for less.
Stop wasting money on high energy bills and call now to beat the winter rush for new vinyl siding with Window World of Delmarva. Call now during our siding sale and get premium vinyl insulated 6000 series siding for only $298.35 per month installed.
No matter the size of the project, you can trust Window World of Delmarva to get it done right.
Call Window World of Delmarva for a free estimate. Remember, first to call, first to install.
It is 6:45 on your Monday morning. That is a live look now on our Tidal Health Cam. I love seeing that sunshine. So much easier to tell you guys what's going on when I can see what's going on.
Right, we can see.
Yeah.
Normally we're like, we got like a car light or like, we know where we are. We can tell you there's a body of water out there. But now, because of the change in the clocks, we're actually seeing it.
Yeah, that's right. We can see some sunshine, a nice sunrise. You can tell it's a nice sunrise because slight colors there on the screen. You see that in the sky?
Paige, I learned something today.
You see that?
Yeah.
Yep, got to look close. I love this time of year, though. I really do. But I know people who go to bed later than us might not love it, but it works out great for us.
Yeah.
Go team.
It is so nice to see the light this time of morning. You don't have to try to pick things out of the dark. But there is the other side to this with the extra light in the morning, guys. We do have the sunset before 5 o'clock now, so getting darker earlier for sure. Make sure you scan the QR code down lower left part of your screen. That will get you to the Coast TV weather app, and it will show you up and down temperatures the next several days. And all in all, it's still above average. Our average high now is 62. I'm expecting around 64 today, but then we add 10 degrees degrees tomorrow, 74 degrees. Then another cold front cools us down on Wednesday into the low 60s. And then we have another warm front on Thursday, 75. And then it's another cool down on Friday, 58. And with that, I think we'll see more clouds, a better chance of a cold rain at that time. And of course, last week we had that hard frost and freeze, had to bring the plants in. But you can leave the plants outside all week long into Saturday because we will see those temperatures in the 40s at night. And then it looks like our next chance for seeing a frost could come Sunday morning and then again Monday morning of next week as well. So it's back into colder temperatures then. We're seeing cool temperatures right now out the door. Greenwood 44, Delmar 48, Georgetown and Millsboro at 49. So definitely need a jacket out the door and lower 50s from Lewis down through Bethany Beach. We have a northeasterly breeze right now becoming east eventually. So this is keeping us a little cooler. Over the weekend, we were in the 70s. I think it will be in the cooler 60s today as we have some clouds moving through right now, mid to high level clouds, a little thicker in the eastern parts of Delaware up into Long Island. But behind this, we're seeing clearer skies back through Baltimore, I-95 corridor. So I think we will see those times of sun and clouds today as we have high pressure. Any kind of rain is well to our north and west, so we're looking at quiet conditions as this high ridge is farther back to our west into the Tennessee Valley. Here's Futurecast this morning, warming through the 50s and mid to upper 50s by 9, and we'll continue to see some of those mid to high level clouds. And by noon, we're in the low to mid 60s inland areas, lower 60s along the coast. Maybe some thicker clouds later this afternoon as we see a warm front begin to move on in. And as that does happen, we'll see more clouds overnight. Winds turn to the south and temperatures warm into the 50s. So it will be a little bit of a milder start Tuesday morning with that southwest breeze. And then those winds really kick in out of the west southwest on Tuesday. So by noon, already into the 60s and low 70s inland, a real nice day. And then by mid-afternoon, maybe mid-70s. But then here comes another cold front sweeping through tomorrow night. That shifts our winds to the north and west, and it will be cooler as we go into Wednesday. But we'll see those northeast winds become east with time today, then shift to the southeast this evening, and then out of the south. And that will warm us up as we go into your Tuesday. Some of those winds gusting over 20 miles per hour at times Tuesday morning, and still pretty gusty into the afternoon. But then we see another cold front tomorrow night with a northerly breeze, and that cools us off as we go into Wednesday. Could see some rain later in the week, maybe late Thursday and on into Friday. Right now, the model's not too excited about rain, but they're kind of conflicted about just what we'll see. But it looks like clouds and showers Friday possible on into Saturday, and it will be looking pretty cooler as well, or turning cooler. Here's your Paul Davis 7-day forecast. Up and down temperatures the rest of the week. 64 today, 74 Tuesday. We keep it dry Wednesday, 63, 75 Thursday, and then the rain on Friday with upper 50s, maybe morning showers on Saturday, 59, and then turning colder Sunday morning, 35, and then only 55 next Sunday with sunshine.
The Delaware State Fire Marshal is reminding you, check your batteries and your smoke detectors. Just test them. Make sure that they're working. The state says that Delaware has had 11 fire fatalities just this year. 8 of those who died did not have working smoke detectors in their homes.
The Dewey Beach Police Department has a pair of new answers to the question, who's a good dog? The K-9 unit has added a pair of new crime-fighting pups to the force. Corporal Curtin now paired up with 16-month-old Smoke, who is a Malahide. And in the next couple of weeks, you'll start to see PFC Epke on the streets with his new partner, Jasper. At the moment, Jasper is still in training, but the expectation is that he will soon be on the prowl.
Oh, I can't wait to see that. All right, it is 6:50 now. Hey, perfect timing for our coastal pet of the day.
All right, time to check in with our coastal pet. It's brought to you by Maggie's Pet Boutique. And what we're seeing here, Paige, we got 2 buddies on your screen right now, Toby and Manny. Toby, the tan and white dog, and Manny is the black and white dog. And like to do a lot of things together. Golf cart rides, rocking out while their humans play the drums. We saw him on the boat earlier. Toby watches our newscast every morning to help him prepare for his day.
Aww.
Apparently, word on the street, he's the cutest dog in the house.
Did Toby write that?
He may have. Yeah. We know that Drew and Amy sent this to us of Toby and Manny there.
Well, thank you. You know, Toby says he watches every morning. Is Manny sleeping in?
If I were Manny, yeah, I could see that.
That's fair.
Yeah.
All right. Toby tells Manny what's going on in the Delmarva news world, so that's fair.
Right.
All right, that's all right. We want to see more of your pets on Delmarva. Keep sending us some photos and telling us what makes them so special.
Right, you can email us at content@coasttvnews.com, then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all of the pets we feature. We'll be right back.
With all the choices of services around Delmarva, where do you even begin? Trust experts of various fields offering the best of Delmarva, including Kitchen Concepts Plus, Chesapeake Eye Center, Apple Discount Drugs, Porch Protection Systems, FLC Energy, Spicer Brothers Construction, Mattress Peddlers, Homewell Care Services, Robinson's Jewelry and Coin Shop, Delmarva Acupuncture and Wellness Center, Mast Audiology Services, Riptide Restoration, Active Pest Solutions, Atlantic Tactical Firearms Trainers, Delmarva Dave, Buchanan Subaru, and Floor Coverings International of Middle Delmarva. Delmarva experts, local experts, right when you need them.
Swim on over to Solero atop the Henlopen Hotel in Rehoboth Beach for the 2023 Mayor Institute Fundraiser. Come out to the kickoff event Saturday, November 18th at 4 p.m. Enjoy a fun-filled evening, live music, a wine tasting with celebrity bartenders, hors d'oeuvres, desserts, and both live and silent auctions. The fundraiser is the premier fundraising event for Mayor Institute and endangered marine mammals and sea turtles. For more info and tickets, go to mayerinstitute.org.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to Today.
Every day,
We are adding to the star power in our studio.
the biggest names, only on Today.
We're coming in this early, right?
I'm happy to be on the Today Show.
We hear one of your favorite snacks is popcorn.
Oh.
Okay.
Second.
Well, Roka wanted to bring you some.
Oh, look at that.
Never leaving.
Can't wait to see my Today family.
We got Olivia Rodrigo. We're just getting started, folks. This has been fantastic.
Everything and everyone you're talking about, only on Today.
Middays with me, April Brilliant. It's a feel-good show on your radio.
April is the easiest way to get through your workday.
She can play your favorite song.
She can help you find your furry friend.
The easiest way to get through your workday is with April.
She really makes you feel special.
Hey friends, hang out with me weekdays here on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3 each day from 10 to 3.
You sunk your teeth into me, bloodsucker.
1025 WBOC.
It is now 6:54 a.m. It's time for some things you need to know before you go. Today, it's the start of a 6-month closure of Plantation Road in Lewis that's at the connector to the second Lowe's entrance. What it means is the 5 Points project is moving along. Detours to reach the other end of Plantation Road, Route 9 and Route 1 will take drivers on more local roadways.
Millsboro Town Council going with the next step with its proposed ban on marijuana sales in town limits. The council there will hear the ordinance and possibly vote on the ban at its upcoming meeting tonight at 7. Rehoboth Beach and Bethany Beach passed similar ordinances banning marijuana businesses like retail stores and manufacturing facilities this summer.
President Biden has been here along the coast this weekend at his Rehoboth Beach home. He went to church at St. Edmunds. This was on Saturday. And then despite the quiet weekend, you actually may have noticed a little bit of ruckus. This was because a civilian aircraft violated the temporary flight restriction Saturday morning, but a Coast Guard helicopter dispatched and that aircraft was escorted away. And just a few hours from now, Biden will board Marine One helicopter at Gordon's Pond landing site for a quick flight to the Dover Air Force Base.
Ford planning to temporarily lay off more than 1,500 workers at its Louisville assembly plant. United Auto Workers Local 862 President Todd Dunn said the layoffs come as a residual effect of the recent 40-day strike, resulting in pipeline issues with suppliers. Now, while the Louisville assembly plant never joined the strike, 8,700 UAW members of the Kentucky truck plant in Louisville, they did walk out on October 11th. Tentative agreement was reached between Ford and the UAW on October 25th.
Here's a nice story for you. Buffalo Bills safety DeMar Hamlin is honoring the medical staff who saved his life earlier this year by giving back in a big way.
Yeah, he announced that he is launching a scholarship program called Cincinnati Hero Scholarship.
This announcement follows his recent cardiac arrest in January after making a tackle against the Cincinnati Bengals.
The program will award 10 $1,000 scholarships to underserved students in the Cincinnati area. Hamlin says each scholarship will be named after one of the medical staff members who saved his life.
Love that. That's the news I like to hear. All right, 6:56 now. Time for a quick look at your forecast before you head out your door.
We got one final check with First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey.
Yes, guys, and we're looking at a pretty typical 6th day of November for Delmarva. Temperatures where they should be, and need the jacket out the door for sure. With temperatures in the 40s, light winds, they'll start to shift to the east throughout the day, and then we're warming to the 50s, a mix of sun and clouds, and then highs into the 60s, right around 64 later on with the southeast breeze. Here's your Paul Davis 10-day forecast. Get ready for the roller coaster ride. 64 today, 74 on Tuesday, and then it cools off on Wednesday back to 63. Mid-70s Thursday. Could see some rain showers and cooler conditions Friday into Saturday with upper 50s, and then cooling through the 50s by next weekend into early next week with those overnight lows also dipping into the 30s at that time.
All right, Bob, thank you so much, and thank you for joining us on Coast TV News Today.
And the Today Show is coming up next at 7 a.m.
We'll be back with Coast TV midday at 11, so stick with us.
And for even more news and coverage you can count on, download our Coast TV news and weather apps. Have a great Monday morning, everybody.